Welcome in, everybody. Ruthless Racing, back with another Legacy Series race. Tonight we're going to be at Canadian Tire. We got 40 laps around this track. And we're going to check out who the pole sitter is for tonight as soon as we load into the race lobby. I don't exactly know who got it yet. All right, there's the join message. Tonight, our pole sitter, JCR Titans 114.012. Titans beats MJ by half a tenth. We got typical in the field, Tyler, B29. A lot of drivers showed up tonight for Canadian Tire. It's been a long time since anybody's ran this track. Since, the next gens came out. It's been a lot of next gen races, but we're throwing it back to these old school cup cars at an old school track, per se. Again, JCR Titans is your West Higgins ORV Pole Award winner. Watch out for him to be fast tonight. He, was pretty confident in his abilities for the night. And we got a little bit of lag on stream here. I don't know if that's lobby lag or from me. I'll have to wait a second to see. Okay, it looks like it's kind of settled down here. It might have just been on the broadcast end. Oh, Titans missed that turn. Mike's going to go around him. MJ Bras running the 44 Petty Esports machine. Crimson Sky back in the field. He's running the number 7. Sniper in the 20. B-New in the 24. B29 in the 53. Tyler in the 1. Got a lot of damage on Tyler's car. I think that's just from the lag we saw. I don't think that's actual damage. Typical back here in the 2. NASCAR Rillo in the 42. He's actually made pretty good gains through this field and passed a good amount of cars here. Back up front, typical all the way up to 3rd. Titans just behind Mike in 2nd, and then MJ Bras leading. This is a 12-lap stage. There's going to be 1 pit required. Fuel works out to be 6 laps, so these guys are totally going to be probably on the same strategy. All of them are going to pit on the 6th lap, split the stage evenly. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Oh, a little bit of lag there. So everybody's chasing the 44, but those guys are doing a good job keeping up. We got multiple drivers that are on the all-times at this track. Tyler, I'm going to miss that turn there, but I think he's about 4th or 5th on the all-time. He might actually be, I don't remember if it's him or Typical at second, but one of them. But Typical, the other driver, is also on the all-time at this track. Might have been a little trickery to get those lap times needed to be on the all-time, but they figured it out. So, hard into the wall there. I don't think that actually happened. That was a little bit of lag at the right time. That did, though. He missed that. Rillo spun out, looks like. B29 got around him. Titans is closed the gap up to the leader here. Looks like he lost a little bit out of that section down this long straightaway. Didn't get quite the runoff that the 44 did. Gave up a few tenths. That's a long straightaway right there. You got to have a good run out of the top of that carousel. Typical still trying to learn his car. Didn't have a setup, I guess, going into it. He's still pretty close for not having ran any laps here today, or this week. I'm sure that as this race goes along, he's going to get a little bit better. Going to move a little bit closer to those leaders. See him way out here by the grass. Kept it on the track, though. Let's check on some of our other competitors. Tyler is running down the 20 of Sniper. B News 2 and the Exalted 24. That paint scheme is pretty cool. I haven't seen that one in a while. I don't know what pack that was in, but everybody's making their pit stop. This is what we said we were going to see. B29 going around again. Tyler's on pit road as well. Typical is going around again. Titans is on pit road. Mike's going around again. So those guys must have felt like they were going to be close on fuel. Unfortunately, there's only going to be one pit stop required here. So these guys now are going to have to go 7 laps on a tank, which I don't necessarily think that that's the right strategy call. We're going to have to watch the leader here. We'll see if Mike runs out of gas. I mean, no, it looks like he easily made it around, so. Typical also on pit road. Looks like he's going to beat Mike out of pit road. 3 car's going to retain the lead. He's in a bad position on fuel, though. I think Typical got a speeding penalty. He's barely leaving pit road right now. So, Typical. Titans has some work in front of him to try to manage the fuel that he's got in his car and stay in front of the 44. But Titans is putting this number 3 Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet out front and in a position to lead laps early on in this race. Kept it out of the grass there. Did a good job getting through one in turn number 1. Turn number 2 is pretty tricky. Your car unloads as you come over that hill. Car gets pretty light up there. Oh, that was lag. Titans is pulling away from Mike a little bit. I do believe Mike knows that Titans is probably going to not have enough fuel here. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like trying to make it 7 laps is going to be a super tall task. I don't know what Titans can do. If he gets short shift, if he's coasting around some different places, but it seems like he's running pretty hard because he's pulling away from Mike. I don't know. I like that he's aggressive with the strategy. It's not going to kill him if he has to pit. He's not going to lose a lap. He's got a fast car. He's going to be able to get through the field pretty quickly. We don't have a ton of drivers here tonight, so if he has to pit and, restart 5th or 6th, it's not going to be the end of his race. Tyler and Typical working towards each other. Typical's almost there. Almost to the back bumper of the 1. Titans has let Mike go. This is what I thought was going to happen here. So Titans has decided, I'm not pitting for fuel. I'm going to save it. But in order to do that, he is going to have to slow his pace way down. And you can see how far MJ Brass has gotten his lead extended to. So the crew chief got on the radio, told the 3 to check up the pace that he was running. New Stu isn't going to save it. He's going to go back to pit road. Only one pit was required. These guys, I don't know what was going on there. They decided to pit early. Maybe a little confusion with the strategies. It was just weird because we had, half the field pit there a lap earlier than we were expecting. And, if you're going to plan on doing 5 laps a run, 5 and 5 is 10, obviously, and then you're 2 laps short. So it was just a bad strategy call by those guys early in the race. Stu was actually going to lose a lap. I don't know if he got caught speeding. This should have just been a gas and go. He was in a stall for a really long time there. Typical was able to make his way around Tyler, I believe. Where's Tyler? Yes, he was. Typical gets another spot. Titans. Who's that right there? Titans loses a spot to Sniper. Titans is now in third. Sniper's actually our second place driver. Stu's right here, a lap down. Then we have Typical going past Titans. Titans trying to save fuel to make it to the end. Typical's going to regain second position after that, or third position after that speeding penalty. This might be the last lap of the stage. Mike is done. He's crossed the line. Your stage 1 winner. MJ Bross gets it done from starting second. Titans, your pole sitter falls back. Had trouble with the fuel late in that stage. Typical comes back, finishes third. Sniper runs a great strategy, but didn't have a very fast car right off the get-go. But I felt like he started running good laps as he got in a rhythm there. And he played the strategy the way it was supposed to. It's supposed to be played out. And he was able to bring home a second place finish because of it. All right, stage number 2 is going to be 9 laps. Also 1 pit, but a little easier because you do not have to run a full 6 laps. So fuel should not be an issue for any of these guys. In this stage, I think Stu ends up being the free pass there. But here we go. MJ Bross leading him to the line to light the candle for stage number 2. And they're off. There's a ton of lag right on these restarts. Sniper's on the inside of the 44. Looking to formulate a run to the outside. He was not able to. Typical trying to get inside of the 20. Give him a little bump up the track there. 2 car and 20 side by side for second place. Two cars still inside, trying to keep it off the 20. Great job to not make contact. Titans getting mired in traffic, having to save fuel right there. This is the trouble. He's got a fast car, but he's losing a lot of time to Mike right now while he's trying to battle these guys. Car now solidly in second place. Typical still there though. Tyler's moved up into fourth. So kind of what we saw right there at the end of that stage was a couple guys having to save, and that kind of shook up the order right there to begin, or for this restart in stage number 2. That gave the opportunity for Sniper to hold his position and remain in second place. Some of the other strategies, Typical, even though he got a speeding penalty, he was on the one pit strategy, so he was able to make his way back up to third. That's where he still runs after the restart. What's up, Superflow? I think we had somebody else comment hello. What's up to you? Sniper, contact with the 2. 2 car gets loose out of the carousel thing. Typical's going to lose a few spots. Sniper lost a spot. Titan's taking advantage here. He's going to gain 2 spots as he tries to move up in front of Sniper. Oh, Sniper off track. Mike loses it. Oh, hard impact with the left. With the wall on the left side of the track. He's going to have a ton of damage. I don't know exactly what happened. Must have been a steering issue. Looks like he's got it back under him. Well, that's going to give us a new leader. Who's our leader? I think it's Tyler. Tyler's now became a leader. We had Sniper. Oh, Tyler, huge impact. Typical misses it. Oh, my God. We had 3 leaders. 3 of the lead cars just totally destroy their laps within a lap of each other. And now Titans taking control of this race. I think this is going to be Titans' race to lose. It looks very fast. Even when Mike and him were grouped together in stage number 1, he pulled away from the 44. So this is looking good for the 3 car. He needs to keep this car underneath of him. He's out driving Typical right now. He just needs to keep it smooth and steady. Not make the mistakes that the other guys did. This is going to come down to who can make the least amount of mistakes. Mike goes ahead and makes his pit stop right now, fixes his damage, gets enough fuel to make it to the end. I believe Tyler will probably do the same thing when he comes around, as he also hit the inside wall pretty damn hard. And we got a couple more people on pit road. We got Titans and Typical. Rillo's coming to pit road. Mike's back out on track. Crimson's coming to pit road. Looks like he got the wall there a little bit on entry. B29 looked like he stayed out in the 53 Garrett Smithley machine. Was that Kendall what? Kendall Jenner on the car? Kendall don't know what sponsor it is. Kendall Motor Oil. All right. Typical is actually going to beat the 3 car off of pit road. His pit crew came through clutch and was able to give Typical a track position on pit road. Titans already trying to look to the inside. Typical kind of ran the outside there, got a better runoff. Titans didn't have the exit speed he needed to be able to keep himself side by side with the 2 car. He really lost a lot of time there. Gained it back through that section. Titans is going to send it in here pretty deep. Does a pretty good job. And he's going to also get loose coming off. Just doing the grass. Back up in front of the 20. Or is that just lag? Don't know exactly what happened. Rillo gives a bump to the 53. This might be the last lap of the stage here. If not, this next lap when they start it, I think it's the white flag. Tyne still just doesn't have the pace he needs. I think he really needed that track position in front of the 2. And his pit crew gave it up, and I think he's feeling a little discouraged in the car right now. Feels like he's got a really good car. Messed up the strategy in stage number 1. And then his pit crew sold the lead for him in stage number 2. So I feel like he's kind of just going through the motions here, trying to get to the end of this stage and give Typical another shot at it in stage number 3. Checking on Mike. He's back here running behind Rillo. I believe that this is for at least 7th. So we got Crimson and B29 behind Mike. Rillo's making his way around Stu. So we got Typical. Tyler's way back here as well. So Tyler's actually the last place driver, I believe. He must have gotten a speeding penalty because he was close to those guys. Oh, Tyler's making the move on B29, so he won't be in last for long. But Typical has already crossed the line, and he's going to be your stage number 2 winner. 2 car gets it done. He ran the cleanest stage, had one kind of hiccup because the 20 car got loose in front of him. I don't know if there was contact there. That's just kind of what it looked like on my end. He got loose, started moving to the inside there, and that was able for a few cars to go around him. That allowed for a few cars to go around him. And after that, man, he just rode. He just ran good laps. A couple guys messed up. He was, close to Titans, and everybody in front of those 2 drivers kind of made mistakes in this stage. So those 2 were able to be even. Titans had the lead, went on to pit road, and the pit crew of the 2 car got it done. Got him out in front, and he never looked back, never made a single mistake to the end. And I think that Typical might have found his groove, which is probably not something that the rest of the field wants to hear. But here we go. Typical's bringing him down to light the candle in stage number 3. 2 car out in the lead into turn number 1 with JCR Titans on his inside. Typical easily clears Titans. Sniper clears into 3rd. MJ Bross into 4th. Going to try to get back up here to fight with these guys. He's going to make an insane move to the inside to get underneath the 20 car. He went outside to inside, crossed over Sniper. Sniper's going to hold his line here. Mike's going to dive it in pretty deep. Force Sniper to go to the outside. There's going to be contact made. 20 car gets pushed up the track. Tyler also comes through. Also doors the 44. And now Tyler's under attack from the 20 of Sniper. Sniper's going to make a move to the inside. Sniper's trying to hold that position. We got lag in the lobby. We'll see how they get out of turn number 12-ish. Right here, a little bit of contact between the 20 and the 1. Tyler's able to clear himself up into 4th. Sniper fell back to 5th from starting on the 2nd row. Lost some track position there. He kind of got roughed up there for a lap. These guys knew they had to make something happen with Typical out front, and it had to happen right now. And now everybody's chasing down the 2 car. This is a familiar sight. Typical out front at a road course. Oh, wow. What a lag. If you guys are familiar with Ruthless Racing, Typical's usually contending for wins at road courses pretty much everywhere, every time we go to one. And this track is no exception. He wasn't too confident in his car to start this race, but it looks like he's finally found his groove. And he's picking him up, putting him down. Previously, we had thought, Titans had a really good car, and, Titans is still staying in front of Mike, and if not, driving away from him just a little bit. And Typical's running off from both of them. So Titans has lost second to Mike. I looked away. I didn't see what happened. But Mike is now in second. He's gonna be given the task of trying to run down the 2 car now. I think these guys are just as fast as this 2 car. Typical probably is just a little bit faster, but I mean, I think if what really screwed him was letting him have the lead to start this stage. I think if somebody was able to be in front of him right now, and Typical was going to have to work to make a pass for the lead, that these guys could have had a better chance right there. But with these guys kind of messing up and giving Typical the track position, I just don't see them. I don't know if I see them catching this 2 car by the end of the race, unless there's a mistake made out of Typical. Looks like he, I didn't think he had the best car the first 2 stages, but the last 3 or 4 laps of that stage number 2, I mean, he just turned it on, turned it up. But these guys definitely are all running very similar pace. Let's check on Tyler. I don't know how far those guys have pulled away from everybody else. Looks like Tyler has now lost a spot to Sniper. Sniper's doing a good job. They're keeping these guys close. They're there if they start getting racy, somebody makes a mistake, they'll be able to capitalize. They're still close enough. Sniper's running 4th. Stu's going a little wide there. Tyler's on pit road, also Titans. So this stage is only 1 lap longer than stage number 1, but because of that, we require 2 pits for this stage. The fuel is 6 laps to a tank. 6 and 6 is 12 laps. Stage is 13, that's 1 extra lap. It requires an extra pit stop to be made. They can split it up however they want. They could run 12 laps if they wanted, or they could run 11 laps, pit 2 laps back to back. I don't know. They could do whatever they want as long as they make 2 pit stops. So, we see the strategy of Titans short pitting, throwing some tires on his car right now. We're going to see Typical and Mike come in to pit this lap. I think there's a lot of time to be gained on that pit entry if you don't overcook it. We're going to come over. We're going to hop on with Titans. So Titans short pitted, and because of that, this single lap where he comes out with fresh tires is super important. He's got to make up, almost all the time he can right now. He's doing a good job here. Last time when he short pitted against Mike in stage number 1, he was able to come out with the lead. We're going to see if the same thing is going to happen here. And I don't see the leaders. Oh, yes I do. Titans lost actually a ton of time to those guys. I don't know how. He was right there behind Mike. Mike kept up with Typical. But Typical's lead has grown just a bit. Tyler caught speeding, I believe. No. I don't know, dude. Why is he so far back here? So typical's at the line right now. So he didn't get caught speeding. He must have went off track or something. Some explanation on the 3 car. I believe that, sometimes at these road courses, um, having tires that are worn in is advantageous. You run better lap times as you burn fuel out of the car. The weight decreases, and the longer you run, to a certain extent, you put more heat in the tires, and you get a little more grip at these road courses. Uh, so, typical and Mike staying out that extra lap with their hot, gripped up tires, and then Titans coming out after short pitting on, cool, fresh tires. He runs a little bit of a slower lap because those tires aren't worn in. And so, short pitting at the road courses almost works in an opposite way. It's almost better to pit later. Um, where short pitting gets an advantage is if you pit a lap earlier than those guys, then, that lap when they come out, you come up behind them and your tires are worn in. And theoretically, you should be able to make up some time while they're on cold tires. But with the speed of everybody in the field and how close everybody is on lap times, if you give up 1 to 2 seconds or 1 to 1.5 seconds by short pitting, you're not going to be able to gain that back just on one lap. So, I don't know. Titans is going to probably short pit again, and these guys might stay out, 2 laps longer than him this next time. So we'll have to see. It's also 2 pits, but there's no mandate on what you do for the pit. So we could see maybe a no tire stop, depending on people's tire wear. We could see a ton of things happen here at the end of this race. Maybe right sides. I think left sides wear faster at this place, so I don't think taking rights would help you any. Usually don't want to take 2 tires at a road course, but you usually just want to do 4 or none. It's going to be very interesting. This one, we're coming down to the end here. Sniper's on pit road. We got Tyler on pit road. He's exiting his pit. Tynes is on pit road. He's exiting his pit. Sniper might have lagged out. Also, Rillo might have... No, Rillo's moving. He's coming out of his pit box right now. I believe Sniper has retired from the race. Now, this is something. I think Tyler and Titans have came out together, so I think Tyler might be on a no-tire strategy. We're going to watch Mike. This is going to be big. This is going to be big to see how long he spends on pit road. Does he just need fuel? Does he take tires? I believe that half a can of fuel and no tires is the best strategy call you can make to get to the end of this race. I think he might have taken a full can. That was pretty quick. I don't think he took tires. See how long Crimson stays here for. He's taking tires. Sue's out here. I think he's still running. Hasn't made his second pit yet. Tyler's just in front of Titans now still. Tyler's holding his own. We're going to watch Typical, see if he can make it to the end. I think he knows what he's got to do here. He knows he's got to do the half can and no tires. I think that Mike pitting a lap early, I feel like he was... Oh, that might have been a speeding penalty. He went in there really quick. I believe Mike pitting a lap early might have forced him into taking an extra fuel that he didn't need. So I feel like he spent longer than 3 seconds on pit road. Yeah, Typical's pit stop was much faster. I guess not. MJ Bros has the lead. Typical must have messed up on the lap we weren't watching, because that is a lot of time that he has lost to the 44. I'm gonna have to check a stream and see if how many laps we got here. I don't think Typical's going to be able to catch him. This is going to be the white flag lap presented by Skew Car. As Mike Bros goes across the finish line, he is in first place. Don't know what happened to Typical, but he is not going to be in contention for this win unless there's a mistake made by the driver of the 44. Typical is going to hold on to second for the, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Typical's lagged out. Okay. So now our second place driver's got to be Titans. And I don't know what happened to Tyler. Tyler's behind Titans. So our top three is Mike, Titans, Tyler. MJ Bros coming down the long straightaway on the back for the last time. Nobody challenging him. Nobody near him. Just getting through these last set of corners clean. And off the final turn, the 44 car is going to take it to the checkered flag, and he's going to be your winner from Canadian Tire. I believe that's his third win in this series this season. Titans takes the checkered flag. We see him go by right there, pit road. Tyler's coming around. He's going to finish in third place. All right, so we'll get them up in the booth. We'll have a little chat about how their race went. Fastest lap of the race, MJ Bros, 1:13.2. Tyler runs a 1:13.3. We had Titans with a 1:13.3 as well.
Yeah, a year ago would have been 112s, maybe 111s.
Heard it here first. Tyler feels like he left some time out there.
wish I had practiced.
That's okay. It's just for fun, man. We're gonna wait for these boys to join.
A lot of bad finish for not practicing. So
There's your winner, driver of the 44 Esports Petty Camaro, MJ Brass. Walk us through your race, man. I won't talk about it too much. Was that a no tire call at the end?
Yeah, the race was pretty eventful. Yeah, that was a no tire call at the end. Fortunately, we had some pretty good tire wear, but
And then,
it
real
seemed
quick,
like there was.
what happened? What happened
Go
that
ahead.
one time you got in the wall? Was that just your wheel again giving out?
No, no, my wheel was actually doing great. No issues there. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you just
You
fine.
got me? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Thanks. Yeah, no issues there. Just hit that bump in that right hander, and when you hit
Okay.
that, I tried to save it when I was lifting, and the car just took off from me, and it seemed from there it was kind of we had a good stage one track position and saving a little bit of fuel on JCR Titans, and typical started coming on there, and he took the lead there, and I don't think I would have got him. I think he made a mistake or something. He had to of that last. I don't know if you were on board with him or not, but I had gained 5 seconds out of nowhere after my pit stop on him. So
Yeah, we were
um,
not. We were kind of watching you guys pit, and so you know, he was going around the track. I was watching your pit, seeing what you guys were doing on strategy wise and all that. Um, and honestly, it felt like did you take a can or were you able to take half? Because I
well,
felt like
so I
he
took I took a can, and I think
yeah, because he only
I
took a
think
half can, and I
and
really
he was
thought he
right
was going to
behind me.
come out in front of you, and he came out behind you. So I know that something
He
had
had
to
some
have
kind of
happened on
mistake. Yeah.
track, but we did not catch what happened, and he unfortunately left the race, so we don't get to ask him what happened, but it's all good. Um, but yeah, continue if you got anything else.
Yeah, it was overall pretty fun race though. I really think me, the three, and typical and Tyler at the end there. We all kind of had the same pace. We were all kind of just running like low to mid 113s. So, mistakes were kind of the way to pass people there. But overall, really fun race and just fortunate to get a win. And after the mistake I had, so congrats to Tyler on another podium, and it's cool to see one of the JCR boys in here too. So
All right, thanks, Mike. I believe this is your third win of the season, correct?
yes, sir.
All right, well, congratulations on that. I don't know what next week is, but looking forward to see you on track there. Moving on to JCR Titans, he brings it home in the runner-up position. Man, I felt like you had a really good car all night. I think you just misjudged the strategy in stage one. That kind of cost you there. I felt like your car was the fastest in stage one. And then stage two, man, your pit crew sold you. And I really think that if Typical had a really good car. He didn't end up winning it, but I think he had the best pace right there at the end. Everybody saw that, and I really thought that if somebody was able to get out in front of him to start that third stage, he wouldn't have been able to run off like that. And I think that your pit crew kind of really selling you there at the end of stage two kind of set you up for a bad spot in stage number three. So talk to us about your race. Talk to us about that. Um, and then also, was that a four tire call in stage number three?
Yeah, that was a four tire call at the end there. Stage one, I cost myself. I pit too early. I think I had fallen behind the leaders. I was trying to get a little bit of an advantage back, so I pit a lap before I should have. And come to two to go, or before I hit two to go, I had a lap of fuel, so had to really switch into fuel gear mode. Uh, that really passed me. I think I finished fourth, and then second stage. I honestly don't even. Oh yeah, everybody seemed to. Everybody leader wise felt like a rock. Everybody was wrecking. I think I got the stage win there or second. I don't remember, but that was a decent stage for me. And then stage three, coming into the pits for the first time, I lost it right before the pit entry, and I slapped the wall. Uh, Luckily, not too hard to where I had to repair anything, but I definitely lost to Mike and typical there. I think we would have all been in the blanket within a second or a couple seconds of each other, but I lost it, and then it forced my hand to pit early again there, and then the last stop was a four tire stop, and typical or not typical, Tyler took two, so it was a pretty decent race for third there for a second, uh, and then typical lagged out, I guess, or left or some kind of mistake, and it ended up being a battle for second, but. Overall, it was a pretty good race. Had fun racing with everybody. Tyler, typical Mike, all the guys. It's always fun to get back out here.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it when you get back out here, kind of becoming a road course ringer.
I
But
love me some road courses.
yeah, pretty good at them too. I really felt like I stage one you didn't get the win because you pitted early or whatever, right? You
Yeah.
had to fuel save, but once you came out and before I think you realized that you were going to be in trouble on fuel, you were putting down some pretty good laps and kind of driving away from the 44. So definitely had a fast car tonight. Just had different circumstances that kept you out of it. So
I think it was a mix of
uh,
him taking it easy, knowing that I was probably short. But
yeah,
I definitely had a fast first half of the track. Second half, that uphill chicane, man, that was kicking me in the butt every time.
yeah, we were seeing a couple times you were jumping the rumble strip, and then a couple times you were kind of diving it in, maybe a little too deep, and not getting the runoff you needed. I felt like he was kind of Mike's strength was the exit of that whatever you call it, carousel,
Yeah,
whatever, the exit
trying to
of
figure it
that
out.
down the
It was
straightaway.
like,
Yeah, but either way, man, congratulations, podium, runner up, hell of a race out of you. So, led some
appreciate
laps, all that good stuff. So, congratulations. Hopefully, we'll see you again. We're going to move on to Tyler. He's driving the number one. Shout out Kurt Busch. Where the hell is Kurt Busch? So Tyler jumped in, when he jumped in here, he was saying that, about a year ago, he would have been a lot faster at this place. And, we could look at leaderboards and see that that's true. So, wished he would practice more. But I think once you practiced, obviously, through stage one and stage two, stage three, you were right there with those guys. Talk to us about that two-tire call, because I was under the impression that the left sides were a little bit more, but I could be wrong. So your right sides were what was giving you trouble tonight, or wearing out faster, I guess.
There wasn't an issue. That two-tire call, that was no tires. I
Oh,
didn't
no
take any
tires.
tires
Okay,
at all.
okay, that's what I was
Uh,
thinking.
a lot of the issue was really just seat time and the car. Um, I felt like that I had pace with everyone. There was a certain, uh, stage two towards the end before I had spun out. So if I felt like at that given time that I might have been the fastest car on the track. Um, this was one of those tracks where, like, to me personally, I felt like I was better off following somebody than I was leading it. So once I got away from anybody and I was just by myself, it just didn't seem like I could hit my marks. So a lot of it was just trying to kind of stay as consistent as I possibly could. Like maybe instead of getting down in second gear, maybe just run third gear through this corner. I try to beat it as much as I possibly could. Third stage, I
Yeah.
was
I mean, we saw it work out for you. You definitely had a lot more pace at the end of the third stage. Stage two, obviously, you were kind of focused on whoever was out front or whatever, but at the end there, so we didn't really see how good you were running then. But stage three after that restart, and then through the pit strategy, it kind of became apparent you were one of the good cars. And we saw you and Titans come out very close to each other, and I'm sure that was a good battle. We were kind of trying to focus on Typical and Mike, and then Typical lagged out, and then by that time, Titans already had second locked up for the most part. But regardless, man, you follow up your first win, Ruthless, in the Pro Series last week at Auto Club with another podium here at Canadian Tire, so that's nothing to hang your head about. Congratulations on that. Anything else you got? Before I move on.
I just wanna say congratulations on second, Titans. That was a great battle that you had there for like solid lap. Yeah, definitely made me nervous a little bit. Maybe overdrive turn 3. So I completely blew turn 3 because I was more worried about you and my mirror than I was driving the track. I went straight into the dirt. After that, there was no catching you with your tires. So congratulations on the second place, and congrats, Mike, for winning the race.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
All right, so that's going to wrap up the Ruthless Racing Legacy Series from Canadian Tire. MJ Bross is your winner. JCR Titans finishes second, and Tyler RRS brings it home in third place. Remember to tune in tomorrow night. The GT7 GR3 cars are taking on Autopolis. We had a few new drivers in the field. A couple of the Showtime boys showed up to race. Actually did pretty good. I might be giving away some hints, but fuck it. And then Thursday, make sure you tune in and catch the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. We're at Pocono this week. I didn't leak too much of the script. We're at Pocono this week in the Pro Series. 3 of the people talking in the booth right now had a 3-wide finish the last time we raced there. So, unfortunately, I probably won't be involved in a finish like that this week, but hopefully the other 2 will, and it'll be exciting. Stu will be up in the booth. I'll be on track. It'll be the same time, same channel, just on Thursday night. Make sure you tune into that. Thank you to all the sponsors, the Side Draft Download, SKU Car, West Higgins ORV, and everybody else that, does whatever for Ruthless Racing. Shout out JWoww for winning in our car. I think he might be back in the Ruthless Racing Next Gen this week. Tomorrow. I might have to check the schedule on that. But anyways, that's all we got. Thank you for tuning in. And Stu and Monkey, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.